no balls fall. You want good words? Data language.
Talk real sports with a real man.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
And now, here's the be-all, end-all, know-it-all of high school, college, and pro sports. Aaron Skinny Count with the Skinny on Sports.
We're talking about practice, man. I'm the MVP.
Welcome to the Skinny on Sports, right here on 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Glad to have you along for the next hour. Hit a little college football. Big 12 Media Days coming up next week. So we'll hit some Big 12 football. Who are your favorites going in? Has the Big 12 been better than you thought the first 2 years without Oklahoma and Texas? Is the Big 12 third in the conference pecking order ahead of the ACC? And as far as OSU is concerned, would you be more surprised if they end up in the top three of the league or the bottom half? Those are some questions that I've got about the Big 12. NBA free agency has begun. We did get a Kawhi Leonard trade yesterday. We'll go through that. Where is he headed? And is it possible the Clippers are still helping Oklahoma City with this trade? Is the East better than the West? If you're advising LeBron James, where would you tell him to go? Seen a lot of people saying that LeBron's Lakers stint was a disappointment. We can hash that out. Which big trade did you like the best? From Kawhi to Ja to Giannis, which of those trades did you like the best? And then the World Cup, we got the U.S. tonight. If they win tonight, can we automatically label this a successful World Cup for the Americans? Man, France, and then last night, Mexico. Looking good. Looking good. Part of it is Mexico's home field. I'm not sure that Fortress Azteca, as they're now calling it, I'm not sure that it might not be the best home field advantage in all the world in any sport.
Well, it helps when you keep your opponent up all night.
Crazy.
Tiring them out like that.
Crazy stats about Azteca in World Cup play. It
was electric.
Oh, my gosh.
From what I could see on my TV screen.
Or just here.
Man.
It was loud, and then when they scored that first goal, I was like, no way. How did it get that much louder? Because it's loud the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, there's years ago, I can't even remember who wrote it. I read a first-hand account of somebody that went down and watched like a World Cup qualifying game for the U.S. And just the experience. Not great, Bob. The red carpet was not rolled out for them, but that place.
Yeah, I'd think I'd be scared to go down there as an opposing fan or player. But it was a fun watch to see that, the electricity there. So I enjoyed that. Now today is going to be fun. Obviously USA playing, but I think there's I was tired of waiting till 2:30 to watch a game. The first game's at 11. So something to have on. What do you think the atmosphere will be like in San Francisco?
See, we can talk about that. I actually almost put that down. I think I could think of some better places for that match to be. So you've got U.S. tonight against Bosnia and Herzegovina. What are the other matches today? We can talk about that. 225-9698 is the phone or your text line. That is 225-9698. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We can talk about any of those things. Whatever else might be on your mind, feel free to chime right in at 225-9698. If you're going to be outside the listening area, a couple ways to stay in touch with the show. Log on to kadsam.com or download the Paragon app. The app's free. It's got everything. It's got radio stations. It's got the Penny News. Brand new edition of the Penny News hit the website last night at midnight. So go check it out at thepennynews.com. Of course, free copies of the Penny News will start filtering out this evening, and by tomorrow you can pick up a free copy of the brand new Penny News in the print edition. Got Big Elk and Paragon TV just around the corner for the high school sports season. It'll be here before we know it. And then, of course, the Skinny on Sports podcast is available anywhere where podcasts drop. How are you today, Jared Atha?
Good. How are you doing?
Just wonderful. You know, for second straight.
Are you bored? Yeah. Are you bored yet at home?
No,
Big
not
empty
yet.
house? No, just you?
I've been doing a few things. I did a few things around the house last night. Because I've got it. I'm trying to do a few, I have to mow tonight. I don't even know if they played golf last night. I was backing out of the garage to go to the golf course, and then I heard the siren to tell you to get off the golf course.
Oh, yeah?
Because of lightning.
It never went severe. I know that for a fact. I have to keep my close eye on it, but so they did. So there was lightning in the area.
There must have been. It was funny because I just watched the 5 o'clock or 5:15, 5:20, whatever, weathercast. Kind of saw that it looked like it was going to stay along and maybe west of Highway 283. And then I no more got out. I was like, all right, I'm going to go. And then I heard that going off, and I'm thinking, okay, lightning within the air, and it's exit 20 to exit, so it's 18 miles. But there was also stuff, how lightning goes. And if it's anywhere within 10 miles, so I thought, never mind. I'll just pull back in, do some things around the house because, we're going to have people over on Saturday for the Independence Day holiday, and so probably be needing to do other things anyhow.
Right.
So mowing the lawn is top of the list tonight, no doubt about it.
I plan on jumping on the mower on Friday as soon as we get done here. That way it's just fresh for Saturday,
Yeah, I need to make sure I have pellets to finish up the cooking of the different things. I know I've got everything ready, or I've got everything purchased at least. I got to make sure I have enough pellets to get that brisket smoked. And yeah, probably ought to get a haircut. My wife would really appreciate it if I got my hair cut. That maybe I'll do that on Friday after we get done here. But I'm excited. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be 4th of July.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite holidays. It is my favorite. Well, it's up there. It's up there with I like the summer holidays. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. I like Memorial Day because it's the unofficial start of summer. 4th of July for obvious reasons. Independence Day, all the good reasons there. And then Labor Day because it's the unofficial start of college football or football season in general. It just feels like that just kind of all wraps it up. Those are my favorite, but 4th of July has always been the top holiday.
Yeah, I've always liked 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's probably number 2 for me. I just love Thanksgiving.
You love Thanksgiving, I know that.
I do. I love Thanksgiving.
Because of the meals, I'm sure, but so 4th of July can give you that too. All holidays really can.
Yeah.
But I like just being outside, and you're not guaranteed to be outside during Thanksgiving. It could be incredibly cold or snowing even, but 4th of July, it's not guaranteed it could be rained on, but I like the idea of just getting in the pool, popping fireworks, the food, all of it. Having a baseball game on. This year, probably a soccer game. But that's why I like 4th of July. Looking forward to it.
We missed the chances yesterday to make not necessarily 4th of July jokes because that was obviously the British that we vanquished.
Yeah.
But we had chances to make some pretty good Axis power jokes yesterday with Germany and Japan losing on the same day.
Oh, yeah.
And we missed.
Didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So tonight, let's go back to last night or yesterday afternoon, man. I've actually watched a ton of the World Cup. Part of the reason is because it's perfect, early afternoon, and you can kind of have it in the background at your desk or whatever.
Yeah.
and sort of watch, sort of not, depending on what's going on. And the U.S. games have been I've watched them. And last night I watched the Mexico match, but I've seen more of the World Cup than I probably had planned on going in.
Same here.
And so I kind of most teams I've seen, at least bits and pieces of different matches. And I got to tell you, to my untrained soccer eye, there's one that's obviously the best team. To me.
Yeah.
And we saw them yesterday. And it's France. Man, they just look so much more skilled. Like so faster. Stronger. They just no one looks anything like them to me. After watching a bunch of that yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, they seem to be the more complete team. You got other teams that have maybe a better player. I mean, Mbappe's up there as considered one of the best players in the world. I mean, there's others that could contend for that title. But they seem, with him and everyone else around him, they just look like the more complete team. And this is just coming from a novice soccer fan, but I am a fan of sports, and I know what a good team looks like and what a not good team looks like in any sport. They look like the more complete team in this thing.
I mean, I don't even know if it's particularly close.
Yeah, no, and we know we've had better performances per se from other teams, but from the beginning to now, France has just looked dominant.
I think I'd seen watching that, and they popped up a bunch of different stats. There was one about them. They'd scored 3 goals. They've now scored 3 goals, at least 3 in every game they played in this World Cup. And they were one of only 3 teams ever to score at least 3 in every group stage match.
Scoring 3 goals, I would assume, is like scoring over 50 points in American football.
I would say it's like hanging half 100.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody made this huge deal. And rightfully so. I mean, the guy has scored the most goals in the history of the World Cup. When Messi, has scored, Mbappe's already tied him. He's right behind him. I keep looking for this. When he scored that first goal yesterday, just incredible.
Yeah,
that first goal was just awesome. Yeah, he's one behind Messi. He scored 18 goals in his World Cup career in 18 matches.
Wow.
Just to put that in perspective, Messi's got 19 in 29 World Cup games. So every time he steps foot out there, he scores.
He's scoring. It's guaranteed. He's going to put one in the net.
It's now 6 for the tournament, tying him with Messi so far. As far as this World Cup, but man, and he's not the only one. I mean, they looked awesome. They look, like I said, I'm no soccer aficionado by any stretch of the imagination, but watching them play and the athleticism and the strength, and they look like a totally different level. Totally different level than anybody else. Then you got last night with Mexico taking on Ecuador. And man, that atmosphere in Azteca was insane. Insane.
So what was the curse? They've never. It's been a while since they've gotten this far. They call it the 5-game curse or something like that. They couldn't break through, and so that added to it. It definitely helps that they're definite home field advantage there.
Yeah, it was the first time they've won a knockout stage game in 40 years.
Yeah. So when that first goal went in, the wind was out of the south last night. I bet you if we could probably hear it all the way up in Oklahoma, how loud that stadium probably was. Because it was more than just a goal. It's like, there's a chance we can break this curse. Plus, I guess Ecuador and Mexico don't like each other. So it's kind of a rivalry, too.
Yeah, the last time they had won was against Bulgaria in 1986. And, oh, by the way, they hosted then.
Oh, well. They're going to petition to host this thing every 4 years, I guess.
I can tell you don't want to play them.
No.
They're unbeaten in 10 World Cup games that have been played in Mexico City. They've only lost twice in the last 89 competitive games at Azteca, and they won 70 of them. So that means they're 72 and what's that? 17. I don't think, golly, they hadn't lost in there in a competitive match or a World Cup match. Well, it says they're unbeaten in 10 World Cup matches. They haven't lost a competitive game in there since like 1990. Like competitive probably means like Gold Cup or World Cup qualifying or, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Not just friendlies. I mean, it has to be up there with like the most dominant home field, home court, whatever advantages in anything. Period.
Where do they play next?
There.
Back in there? Oh, boy.
England.
Oh, poor England.
If England plays today, right?
Oh, those poor chaps.
Yeah, those poor chaps have to go down to the Azteca if they win today.
Oh. It will not be, even if it was England, U.S. in San Francisco or Boston or Philly or wherever, it won't be welcoming down there for them.
No.
It will not be.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to not frown upon it because this World Cup has been so cool to see others come to, mainly America. You're not seeing these videos going down to Mexico and saying how great it is. That's not a knock on Mexico. Please don't get mad at me. But I'm also seeing other fans be very nice to other fans while in the stands, right? Like, what was the game I saw? It was, I believe it was in American Stadium. I think it was Brazil and whoever they eliminated.
Japan,
that's right. Now, they were you could see in the stands, they were very nice to each other.
I mean, the Japanese fans were cleaning up.
Yeah. But the Brazil fans, there's one shot I saw, there's one Japan fan, I guess that was just by luck of the draw, the seat he got, it had to be surrounded by Brazil fans. And they were all just kind of giving the dude a pat in the back and hugging him and all that stuff. Not there, not down in Azteca. That's not going to be they're not going to be sharing a cup of tea with the English if the English do advance. They'll be throwing the tea in their face.
Or other things.
Yes.
I mean, I've always, like I said, there was an article, it's been years ago. It seemed like it was like an ESPN.com article about an American guy going down there and experiencing that atmosphere in like a World Cup qualifier and just bags of pee thrown on
that's disgusting.
All kinds
that's
of just
uncalled for.
Very nasty spot.
That's disgusting.
To be in down there at Azteca. I didn't see any, looked like they were just having fun and being insanely loud last night.
Yeah, the party scenes that they're showing after the game in the streets looked wild.
Yeah. A long time coming. 40 years. That's crazy, too.
Imagine if they lost, what they'd do in the streets.
That's why.
You thought New York was bad when they won.
I know. That's why I wouldn't want to be there.
No.
There could be some anger. But winning one, at least now that streak is broken, that slump is over, and maybe it wouldn't be quite as raucous,
yeah,
mad if they happen to lose to England in the next game or the Congo, because England's got to beat the Congo first. So we had
is that the first one today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just had that. Let me scroll up. Yeah. So it's England and the Congo from Atlanta at 11. Then you get Belgium and the Senegal at 3 from Seattle, and then 7 o'clock is United States and Bosnia Herzegovina. That one's out at Santa Clara. You kind of mentioned it yesterday or one of the days, and it's on the promo now, about dropping the ball on a July the 4th match for the Americans in this World Cup. I mean, I kind of get it. You don't know where they're going to finish in their group, and so it's hard to kind of plan that out, I guess.
Is it? I mean, all you have to do is just look at the matchups, look ahead on the schedule, and go, okay, this is the path. If the Americans win their group and win all this is but trying to find a way to put them on July 4th.
I mean, the problem is, like, so who all made it out of the group? Paraguay? Yeah, well, they played Monday.
If they had won, where they had been?
They won.
I thought Paraguay got eliminated.
No, they
beat Germany. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so, but here's the problem with all this. Trying to figure this out. 3 teams advanced from the U.S.'s group, and you didn't know which spot they were going to be.
Right.
Well, Australia plays Friday, the U.S. plays today, and Paraguay played Monday. You know what I mean? And so if it's going to be that spread out, there's no way you can pick it out. Like, okay, they're going to be third. Well, if they're going to be third, then they'll play on Saturday.
Yeah, and I don't think
it's a huge miss, but I get it. Once I see all this, like, oh yeah, it's not like they all played the same day.
Right.
You know, out of the group, no matter what standing you were, and just put them on that day for the knockout rounds. They're literally, one played Monday and one will end up playing Friday in the first game of the knockout round. So it's a miss for us, but I kind of get it. You just didn't know where they were going to end up. But tonight, if they win tonight, and heck, I even think this, Mexico gets to play in Azteca, where they have all this great success. And now the United States is playing in Santa Clara? Really? Don't we think Seattle would have been a better choice here?
Yeah, I mean, try to recreate the 12th man
or like it was against Australia?
Or yes, exactly. Yeah, I get it. They're just rotating it around. But it does seem that the game itself is big, but when you hear it's in Levi's Stadium or wherever they're calling it, but it's like, oh, that's it. It's kind of deflates a little bit. Now, I know the fans, you would think the fans inside the stadium who are paying to be there will be loud and raucous and in all of that, but outside the stadium, it's not going to be Mexico City. It's going to be kind of you kind of wish this was in Boston. Or even Houston or Arlington.
I mean, Seattle's been the place that
Seattle's been great.
It was awesome. Yeah. I mean, and SoFi was too in the first match against Paraguay, but they also just dominated, so it was easy to kind of get fired up. Yeah.
San Francisco just doesn't strike me as a soccer city. You can make the case that Seattle just
good no matter what.
Then L.A., but I think they have a strong respect for soccer.
We'll find out tonight. Is it a success if they win? Is this World Cup, no matter what happens after tonight, if the U.S. moves on, are we going to consider this a success for U.S. soccer?
For how we were talking about U.S. soccer going into this tournament and how Yeah, the answer has to be yes. You know why? Because they've won you over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They've overperformed. They've exceeded our expectations. Me and you, we did not have any expectations for the U.S. We probably had the expectation of they should win the group, but it wouldn't shock us if they go and mess this up. And so far, they've played the part.
It's been pretty bottom line, like baseline, of success right now. Like, it had been an absolute embarrassment since 3 teams advanced, if they'd have been the 4th team that didn't even get out of the group.
Yeah.
That would have been an embarrassment.
Yeah.
But the way they've looked has been better than what we've seen in the past. And so, to me, it'll be a success because they won a knockout stage match. But I think we can call it if they were able to win twice with what we've seen and adding teams to the knockout round. I'm not going to call it any kind of – it'll be disappointing if they don't win tonight. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But win tonight, yeah, it's good. Win the next one, it's like, okay, everything else after that is gravy. And probably because the opponent will be France after that. And then it's like, okay, well, enjoyed it. More than likely.
France or Spain, if they win the
No, it's Spain first, then France.
Yeah.
That's right. Once again, still probably that would be mega upset time. But if they can, they have to win tonight, in my opinion, for it to be labeled a success. Otherwise, here we are, right back.
Heavy favorites, aren't they?
Yeah.
Healthy, it seems like. Everything I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it win tonight, and they've exceeded a lot of expectations, including ours. And that would be a success in my book.
Yeah, I think you have to win tonight. You win tonight, then, yeah, it's success. And then you really want to win that next one to make it just a rousing, like where you feel like, okay, this might create some momentum for next time.
And some people value this. Some people don't care what other people think, but I think it goes a long ways for the perception of soccer in the United States on the international level. If they win tonight and go, people out, everyone outside of America, especially Europeans, go, they don't care about soccer. They don't, or football. They don't care about it. Now they can go, they're kind of taking it serious now. Remember that 2026 World Cup? They're just getting started. That's a young bunch.
Yeah, that's where I mean.
So the perception will probably change where you would hope. I mean, Europe and South America, they're always going to rule the soccer world, but now let's call it what it is. America's kind of a joke when it came to soccer on the international stage. Maybe this changes the perception a little bit if they can win tonight, and who knows when the next one. Then maybe it'll get a little bit more respect.
Yeah, I mean, I just think
But I think the toughest crowd to sell is your home crowd, is the Americans. Can we as Americans embrace soccer?
Yeah, and I think it goes a long way to when you do get knocked out of the World Cup, it would be like if it was Spain. So then you go, well, okay.
Well, yeah.
We beat the teams. We find for the first time in a while we actually beat the teams that we quote unquote should have beaten, and then now we see where we have to get to be considered one of the real contenders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of always going home from the tournament feeling like we lost to them. Really? They've got like 14 million people in their country. You know what I mean? Where is that even at? But if you go lose, if you make it to the quarterfinals and you're knocked out by Spain, then you go, all right, it's better.
Yeah,
we're making strides. You can actually see the Americans, and it's not just like the giant disappointment year after year after year.
Especially if we get knocked out by Spain like 1-0.
Oh yeah, if it's close for sure. But I think that's where this team has that chance to. In '94 they got beat in the first round of the knockout, but it was by Brazil who ended up winning it.
Yeah.
Instead of who?
Yeah.
So
Keith Ware?
Yes. That's tonight at 7:00. U.S. continues in the World Cup. Talk a little NBA next. Skinny on Sports on a Lipscomb dealership Wednesday.
The forecast is out, and it's calling for real hot savings at Lipscomb in Elk City with 0% financing for 5 years. Just announced on all new Chevrolet Silverado half-ton trucks and Equinox and Trax SUVs with no payments until after Labor Day. It's only available for the next few days at Lipscomb Chevrolet GMC in Elk City. But act now, because our 0% financing offers won't last long. Call or text us today at 580-225-9445 or come see us in Elk City and online at lipscombchevroletgmc.com.
The Skinny on Sports.
It's in the holes.
Welcome back to Lipscomb Dealerships Wednesday right here on the Skinny on Sports, 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Final days of that employee pricing over at the Ford store in Sayre. Got some 0% stuff at the GMC. 0% for like 72 months. Still hail sales also. Go check them out. Lipscomb Dealerships. Chevy GMC here in Elk City. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram right here in Elk City. And the Ford house is over in Sayre. Good people all around the Lipscomb Dealerships. It's good people. Great deals are available right now. Visit them at lipscombdealerships.com. The NBA free agency started yesterday at 5 p. Anything strike you just right off the bat about what did or maybe didn't happen?
On the free agent market? Nothing. We haven't had major ones just yet. We're all waiting to see what happens to LeBron, where he decides to go. It's all signs are pointing to Golden State, but he's making a point to say I'm not in a hurry here. Free agent wise, I thought Marcus Smart to the Rockets seems actually not like a pretty good idea on paper.
He fits right in. Can play defense and can't shoot.
Doesn't he? Yeah,
he's right. Well, he's a rocket.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He looks like he's going to be like a 2-year guy where he goes from now on for whatever's left in the tank for him. But it really feels like the ball won't start rolling. Is LeBron the needle mover here? Where he decides to go, okay, what's next? Okay, what's Draymond going to do? It looks like Washington said, we're not trading. We have no interest in trading Anthony Davis. Does that change LeBron's mind of wanting to go where he wants to go?
Yeah, you wonder about, all this, how much is real, how much is smokescreen? Was the Wizards saying, no, we're not trading Anthony Davis, letting everybody know it's going to take some. You're not just going to get him for nothing.
Yeah.
I think it was Trammell that said this a couple of days ago when those reports were coming out about the Wizards and Anthony, and Barry was like, this is the problem with all this stuff. Like, because every time there's about 3 or 4 teams that are always the ones that can get these guys. Trade, especially when it comes to trades. And it's Miami, it's Golden State, the Lakers, usual cast of characters. And it's like the people that write these articles just expect the Wizards to do Golden State a favor or the Lakers a favor.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't have to happen.
No.
What incentive is there for Washington to make Golden State better? You know what I mean? It doesn't. There is none. So we'll see. That's that. And of course, the Wizards owe Anthony Davis nothing. They just traded for him. He hasn't even played yet.
Yeah.
But you would think that they'd want to at least see what could happen with Trey and Anthony Davis and Sarr and now DeBonsa, just to see what they've got.
Right.
And, everybody's already ready for them to move on before they've ever even played a game together. I think the one deal that didn't happen immediately yesterday that might sort of tell you where this could be headed was the fact that we didn't hear news of a James Harden re-signing immediately in Cleveland. I mean, everybody thinks he's going to be there, and I'm not saying I don't say what I just said to say that James Harden won't be with Cleveland. I think he's going to be with Cleveland. But with him not immediately firing off an extension, does that start to point you toward the Cavs as far as LeBron goes?
Maybe. And I know the question we're going to ask is, where do we think LeBron should go? If we told him where, if we gave him advice and he listened, I would say Cleveland because of a multitude of reasons. One being, I think he would help them with Harden, and who else? Who knows? Who else could Cleveland get? And talk of maybe Jaylen Brown, but also just to wrap up LeBron's legacy with a nice little bow.
Mm-hmm.
Started his career in Cleveland, went back to Cleveland, won him a title, end his career in Cleveland, while still being on a competitive team. So I don't know. Maybe that is a sign. That with the fact that, like you said we said about the Wizards and Anthony Davis, they're going to have a firm grip on him, allegedly, from what they're saying. And well, if the Warriors can't get Davis, I'll just go home and wrap up my career.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought because you heard maybe Jared Allen traded for LeBron. Why in the world would LeBron do that? If he's going to go to Cleveland, he wants Jared Allen to be on the team.
Yeah.
Why would Cleveland trade him to the Lakers? I think a bunch of this, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe he can only, with the way the salary structures are now, with all these teams being kind of over the first, under the second apron, maybe the financial is all sort of a wash anyway, and it's just all about where does he want to go, and what is his motivation? I mean, we assume it's to try to win a title, but maybe it's where he would be the happy. I mean, that's the thing. He hadn't spoken on it, so it's hard to kind of gauge what exactly is his motivation. Because I can tell you this: if his motivation is to win a title, he ought to be calling Sam Presti and saying, "Hey, how about this? Do a sign and trade with Lou Dort to the Lakers,
right?
I'll join the Thunder or San Antonio."
Right.
Of those two, he would look weirder in a Spurs uniform than he would a Thunder uniform. I'm talking about just literally look. Like his look in the Spurs uniform. I just don't think it would look right.
Why?
Just because it's black and silver, ugly jerseys.
You think that's a motivating thing too? Like, I don't look good in silver.
It might be for him.
I like that Thunder blue better.
Yeah, I think he'd look way better in the Thunder uniform than he would the Spurs. But it does feel like it's those three.
Is him opting out and becoming a free agent, is it an ego thing? It's like, I don't want to be the second guy. I want to be the guy.
No, I think it just gives him total control of what he can do.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing is the dude is 41 or 2. Will he be 42?
He is 41, will be 42.
Yeah, and his birthday is like at the end of December.
He's like a year younger than me.
Yeah, December 30th, 1984. He's 41. So he'll be 42 a month and a half into the season for his 24th NBA season. And what's nuts is he still is kind of the linchpin to all of this because he's still so darn good. Even for that age, he's still so good.
He's also, whoever picks him up, an investment because he will bring money to your organization just from ticket sales alone, jersey sales, all of that. It's another reason why people want him so much. On top of him actually physically still able to play at a high level.
So if you had to rank the three, Golden State, Miami, Cleveland, what would be in your order where you'd tell him to go?
Well, Cleveland for the reasons I just gave you. I'm a sentimental guy. I think it would make me kind of like, okay, I respect you a little more now. But I honestly, though, him and Giannis is intriguing in Miami. That would be kind of fun to see and intriguing to see.
Yeah.
So I'd probably think that would be the route first because I have more red flags about Harden right now. Then I think there's still something there with Giannis when healthy. So I think Miami, Cleveland, and then Golden State. Golden State's just a nursing home at this point.
I think that's how I'd rank it too. Now, if they were, if you would tell me that they got Anthony Davis, what for a? But then that would
give up. Yeah,
that one comes a little bit higher. But I think they're a pretty distant third to me. Just even with rosters, I think they're a pretty distant third with what Miami and Cleveland can surround him with. Surprised Kawhi went back to Toronto?
No. When the news broke, it kind of fit the narrative of what the Clippers are trying to do. And I applaud it by getting younger, just kind of taking a different approach at this. And I think, Kawhi's doing the right thing. He's saying, he's already had the interview with the jersey on, I think, saying the right things. He actually laughed.
I think that was from last time.
Oh, was that from last time?
Yeah, I think
that?
so.
I'm apologizing.
Where he had that weird laugh.
Yeah,
I think that was from last time.
My bad.
That he went up there.
But it doesn't. I think it's a good fit, honestly. Obviously, it worked first time, the 1 year he was there. So why not try to catch lightning in a bottle again? And speaking of old and still can play, he's a dude who 35.
Mm-hmm.
But when he is healthy, when he chooses to be healthy and chooses to be on the court, he's really good.
Yeah, that seemed, after the early years Kawhi, like the rookie years in San Antonio, when he actually became Kawhi Leonard, it did feel like Toronto, the Kawhi you got in Toronto was the Kawhi you were hoping you'd always get everywhere else.
Yeah.
That team is intriguing because he seems like exactly what they needed. Is the East better than the West?
I'm not ready to go there just yet. The West still has the 2-time reigning MVP. They have Wemby.
Okay.
They're better. The East is better.
Okay, who else?
They have the champs. The East has the Knicks. I get it.
I mean, we don't know what the Lakers are going to be. We don't really know what Houston's going to be. A lot of people would tell you that Minnesota got worse without Randall and Naz Reid and adding LaMelo. Denver is stuck in neutral.
Have they done anything?
No, well, they're going to lose Peyton Watson. That's what they're going to do. They're stuck. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Knicks are the defending champs, and they've really done nothing either way. Boston is still what they were right now. I think Miami, you'd have to say Miami is better than they were a year ago. Toronto, better than they were a year ago. Atlanta looks like they're kind of an up-and-coming one. And then the one that we forget about is Indiana. They're just so out of sight, out of mind because of last year with Hallie hurt. You know what I mean? They're just.
I was thinking about them the other day.
Indiana.
Yep.
I think you can make a case, and a pretty decent one, that the East has it. They're a player now. The one team out west that has been. You don't know because we haven't seen them try, but man, that roster is sure looking like it's shaping up pretty good. It kind of in the Atlanta mold would be Utah. I mean, if you told me Utah finished fourth in the West, I would not. I don't know that I'd argue with you with what they've got.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
Wait and see for me, but yeah.
It's impossible to know because we haven't seen them try. We haven't even seen them try.
Right.
Like, we don't even know what their baseline really is. It's not where it was. We all know they're better than what they have been with the way that they've tanked, but we just don't know how much better.
Right.
Were they they won 22 games last year. Were they a 40-win team that flat didn't try? Or were they a 30-win team that didn't try? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then had to figure out what levels they can get to. Which trade did you like the best?
Well, you mentioned you didn't like the Julius Randle move and LaMelo Ball move. You didn't think
some people don't.
Good for either team, or
I think it made Minnesota worse.
Do you? Okay.
I'm just saying a lot of people think it made Minnesota worse.
Yeah.
I can see the benefits of it. I wasn't a big Julius Randle guy anyways. I mean, Julius Randle was one of those guys to me, his stats made him look like a better player than what he was when you watched him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know how conducive to winning he really was. Naz Reid, on the other hand, that's a loss.
Yeah, I liked him.
I
thought he was a good fit right there in Minnesota. And on the other side, I thought LaMelo was just a really good fit in Charlotte, and it just, I don't know if, we don't give trade grades, but they both seem kind of like a B- on that deal. I don't know how good either team got, if they got better. It's a last-ditch effort from Minnesota to keep Edwards happy.
Yeah, before he starts wanting out of there.
Okay, I'm done with this. You're not doing it right. I need out. We'll see what it looks like. I mean, there's under-the-radar trades like Miles Bridges to the Suns. I think you getting Grayson Allen off your team is good. I've never liked him, but some of the big ones, the Kawhi Leonard one is still kind of up there, and it seemed favorable for everybody who's a Toronto fan. And I know it sounds crazy. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking again, hoping the Clippers are just going to go in this tank mode because that helps the Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder still have a pick swap next year.
Exactly.
First-round pick swap with Clippers.
Anytime they want to go younger, we're good with that because the younger means maybe some losses, and maybe they then halfway. That's such a tough spot for them. We can't tank. It helps the Thunder with that first pick. But that being said, I do like Kawhi back in Toronto.
I do too.
Worst trade. Ja Morant to Portland, Ja Morant to anywhere maybe. I don't think anyone really wanted to touch that guy, but Portland was...
Hey, kudos for Memphis to get rid of him.
Exactly.
Getting somebody to take him.
Yeah.
Seems like an odd spot.
I mean, getting Jeremy Grant in return for him.
You know what? I think you could have got a bag of basketballs back for him, and it'd still be a winner for Memphis because he's just not there.
Right.
That is an odd spot. What's Portland? Portland is quickly approaching the Kings in the what in the world they don't have any idea what they're doing level of ownership and front office and all of that. Quickly getting there. And the Kings have been positioned there all by themselves for years. But that's how fast this has gone for Portland and the new owners to catch up.
The perception of Portland at the end of the season when they got eliminated in the playoffs was this is a team that could be okay. This is a team
they were
on
pretty
the rise.
good. Yeah.
And if they play their cards right, they can get better. And boy, howdy, did they drop the deck of cards on this one. They have not used that playoff appearance as leverage. They've completely dropped the bag.
Yeah. No doubt. It's like, we always have meteoric rises. Mm-hmm. This is a meteoric fall.
This is a hard fall.
And the crazy thing is, they're still pretty talented. It's just, is it ever going to not just be a clown show? Looks like clown show ahead to me.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little Big 12 football next. Skinny on Sports hanging out here on a Lipscomb Dealerships Wednesday.
Gary Ware here. After 30-plus years in the car business, I've been asked where folks should go to look for new vehicles. Well, our friends in Sayre, Oklahoma are a great place to shop. Out here in the country at Lipscomb Ford, we don't just sell Ford vehicles. We drive them, work in them, depend on them just like you do. Right now, for a limited time, you pay what we pay on new Ford vehicles during the final days of our Ford employee pricing event. Lipscomb Ford and Sayre, good people, great deals.
The Skinny on Sports.
But is having this minor skill worth being so unattractive? That's for the fan to decide. Yay!
Well, welcome back. Wrapping up a Lipscomb Dealership Wednesday right here on the Skinny on Sports, 98.1 FM, the sports animal. Once again, we had to save the Big 12 football talk for tomorrow because you just mentioned something that I was going to have on the list and just ran out of spots. But it is a national holiday today, Jared. By the way, here's a question. Do you know what we were doing 5 years ago today?
5 years ago on July 1st, today, 2021. No, I don't know. What were we doing?
We were out at BD Ford with Jim.
Oh, is that? Oh, really? That was.
It popped up on my Facebook today.
Oh, that's cool.
5 years ago today.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
The national holiday today, it is Bobby Bonilla Day.
He's under 10 years. It's like 9 more years to go. We'll have 9 more.
2035.
Of 9 more of these.
So you may be asking, okay, what does that mean? What is Bobby Bonilla Day? Well, Bobby Bonilla, in the year 2000, the New York Mets, where he was playing, they agreed to buy out the remaining $5.9 million off of Bobby Bonilla's contract. They agreed to make $1.2 million payments starting in July of 2011, including 8% interest. Why would this happen? Why would they want to do this? Well, at the time, the Mets ownership was invested in different things. And unfortunately, who they were invested with was a guy you might remember named Bernie Madoff. Ponzi scheme.
Right.
So the Mets were willing to pay Bobby Bonilla $1.2 million for 25 years at 8% interest, instead of just paying him $5.9 million at the time to go away, because they needed that 5.9 to invest in Madoff's Ponzi schemes to make double-digit returns. Didn't work. It didn't work. You know, that's not the only one of these Bobby Bonilla has. He's also got he's got another one, deferred contract plan that's with the Mets and the Orioles that pays him $500,000 a year, and those payments started in 2024, so that's about to run out. So he's diverted like $1.8 million through all these years. The Mets are in all these, or a whole bunch of them, because they're still paying Brett Saberhagen $250 a year for 25 years, starting in 2004.
Outside of like not working, what would you do if you got paid a little under $1.2 million a year? If you knew every July 1st I'm going to get a check of $1.1 whatever million. Travel, invest.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
season ticket holder to all your favorite teams.
Be a pretty awesome July 1st. Go out to the mailbox here in a little bit and get 1.19 million or 1.2 million. That'd be pretty sweet.
Oh, man. Be better than your birthday.
You'd probably know exactly how many days it was. Like a lot of people right now, you can say, how many days till Christmas, and they'll rattle it off. Bam.
Right, yeah.
You'd probably know exactly how many days it was till July 1st.
Yeah.
If this was the case. Yeah, Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah.
I'd
be buying a beach home, season tickets to my favorite teams, hire a pilot. And what's got to be a bummer, you said he's counting down the days. It's 64 more days until I get my check. In the back of his mind, he's really counting down the days till that stops.
Yeah. What year is this? 2026. This is the
last one.
Yeah. Get 10 more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know who's going to just absolutely shatter all of this one of these days as far as the amount.
Who's that?
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's going to be the one when it's Shohei Ohtani Day. He's going to get a boatload. Because right now he's only getting paid about $2 million annually. But from 2034 to 2043, he'll receive $68 million per year.
Crazy.
Yeah. How about that check on July the 1st? Bobby's is cool. Shohei's is $68 million.
Shohei said, hold my beer.
Yeah. Hold my sake and watch this.
Yeah, sake. Back to soccer.
Or Sapporo, if you want to say hold my beer. Hold my Sapporo.
Yeah. Did you see the South Korea fans greeting their team as they came back home after being eliminated? Oh, they were mad.
Oh, no.
4 a.m. They land at 4 a.m. And those angry fans were there waiting for them.
Oh, no. Like the opposite of the airport in Oklahoma City?
The coach, before they even came back, when they got eliminated, he resigned. And South Korea's president has called for an investigation into the World Cup failure.
Yeah. We don't care about soccer near as much as the rest of the world.
I'm not losing sleep tonight if we lose. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to go flipping cars.
Yeah. We don't care as much as they do. We're never going to care that much.
4 a.m. Angry fans waiting for him at the airport. There's a funny bit on Simpsons a long time ago. Like, oh, look, the fans came to greet us even though we lost a big game. They're throwing rocks at him. They weren't there to greet him.
So hopefully nobody gets Andres Escobar. Everybody have a great Lipscomb Wednesday.
You've been listening to the Skinny on Sports podcast with Aaron Cow. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get alerts of when the latest podcast is available. Thanks for listening.
That ball is blistered to right. Way